In this video, I'm staying at the Motel One hotel here in the centre of Glasgow. I'll show you my room, the food, the bar, and much more. Checking with this one, dead simple, quick signature, email address, that was it. Already booked and paid online. With this one, I booked a standard double room for the one night, including breakfast. Now, they are very strict on check-in time. I arrived around about 1:30. I thought just ask to see if I can check in. They told me no, 3 p.m. So I came back about 2:30, sat in the foyer area watching other people arriving, trying to check in, and they were told exactly the same. So they are strict on check-in. 3 p.m, checkout is 12 a.m. or 12 noon. Right, up on the 3rd floor in room 338. Now regarding this one, they did say to me, did I prefer a lower ground or a higher ground? I'm not that bothered, to be honest with you. So I said, I said, anywhere that's got a pool view or the beach view. And she burst out laughing. It's in the centre of Glasgow. She said, I wish we did have those views. She has given me a bit of a view. It looks like I'm overlooking Central Station and one of the main bus routes here, Upper Main Street. I'll show you that in a second. So she gave me the 3rd floor, room 338. Let's have a look around. So right by the door, you do have the card slot to activate the electricity. I'll do the ensuite in a second. Then you are straight into the room. I do like this colour scheme. It does look very relaxing as well. Very bright and very clean. The aircon there, I can feel it. It's nice and cold. Again with this one, no wardrobes, it's open plan again. It is an inner city hotel, so it's not one of these holiday hotels, so you're not really gonna find many hotels that have wardrobes and drawers within the city. I think these are like the one night stays or the couple of night stays for people who are just doing sightseeing. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think that's the way they've gone. They've just done a few open plan areas like this one here. We've got a few hangers, a couple of coat hooks, and that's basically it. A little shelf up there on top. A quote down here, the world is a book and those who do not travel read only one page, by St. Augustine. Little quote down there. This huge floor to ceiling wall mirror. And then, as I said, we're straight into the room. Tell me what you think. Do you like this colour scheme? This greys with the... Is that like a royal blue? I think it is, isn't it? This is really nice. Again, in that corner, they seem to have slotted in another small hanging space just there. Couple of shelves, and I can see the hairdryer on top as well. You do have your case stand. You've got this little leather chair, a coffee table, a little bit of a lamp, another little shelf area, and they have supplied in this one complimentary tea and coffee. The kettle looks absolutely fine. There's your organic breakfast tea, some Clipper and Nescafe coffee. Yeah, that all looks fine. As I said regarding the view, it has a lot of work going on in Glasgow. I've noticed that wherever I've been walking, there's a load of work going on. Near enough, every main road is ripped up. Doesn't matter what way you go. But as you can see, I'm right next to Central Station. And that is the hotel I stayed in last night. If you haven't already checked out the video, it's already up. So look out for that hotel. That's the Yotel. Stayed there last night. So that is the view I've got from my 3rd floor. Very good sized flat screen TV. And then with the bed itself. I've just noticed down there, there's a vertical safe. Enter. And then close. There you go. So it is a free safe. Now to open, there you go, straightforward opens. So you do have a vertical safe. Now with the bed either side, you do have a little bit of a table. I can see 2 sockets on that side. I can see a socket on that side and a couple of USBs as well, I think. Is that right? Yes, there's a couple of USBs. You got a little reading lamp there and another one over there as well. So with the bed, I am more than likely going to sleep on this side. Top quilt cover looks spotless. Do the pillows have pillow protectors on? Yes, I can feel one there. So that's got a pillow protector on. Pillows look fine. Now with this, I don't know what that is. Oh, it's just a bit of black. Right, with this one, your top cover, quilt cover looks fine. Looks absolutely spotless. Again, you've got this artificial light. I'm getting some daylight in. And the bottom sheet. Yes, that looks fine. Do we have a mattress protector? Yes, we do have a mattress protector. And just looking at this one. Oh, the hair there. Got one hair. My eyes are terrible lately, but there you go. I've picked up one hair. But that looks okay. Now with the ensuite. Just looking at that. Got a door that doesn't want to stay open. This looks nice. Yes, very nice. Nice and clean. So you got your basin, plenty of towels. We do have some hand wash down there. Got your PowerPoint, your shaving mirror, and this huge backdrop mirror. A massive walk-in shower cubicle. This does look really nice. Look at this. I like this. Some hair and body with the handheld. More towels again. Got some tissues, another mirror. And the toilet. Yes, that's nice and clean. Yes, I like this. The whole room is immaculate. So that's the room tour done. Regarding the rest of the hotel, I noticed there is the little foyer area with the reception. They do have like a cafe stroke restaurant behind the reception and a small bar area. I did notice there was a lot of people in suits on laptops downstairs. There must have been 15 to 20 people. I don't know, is this some sort of conference hotel? Let me know in the comments down below. The Motel One, is it a conference hotel? Or is it just a stop-off point for the likes of business people? I don't know. Put it in the comments down below, but there was a lot of people working in the foyer area. So that means if I go down now, I'm probably going to find it very hard to do some footage because people are not going to like the cameras being pointed at them. I do, as I say, I've got that breakfast in the morning, so I'll be able to show you what the breakfast is like. I'm going to pop down and see how much footage I can get. If not, I'll see you in the morning and I'll let you know. Did I get a good night's sleep? Don't forget, I am facing that main street. Is it going to be noisy during the night? Who knows? I'll see you in the morning. Good morning from the 3-star Motel One hotel here in Glasgow. So what do I think of this place? Well, I've just been down for breakfast. Breakfast was served continental style, makes a change from a full English. As you can see on my plate, I had a boiled egg, some cereal, a bit of fruit, and I made myself a ham and cheese toastie. As I say, a little bit of a change from that full English. So what do I think of the hotel? Well, regarding this room, I really love this room. These are my colours. I love blues and greys. So I was made up when I came into the room. A very relaxing room. I was a bit worried last night when it got a bit later because it got louder and louder out in the street around about 8, 9 o'clock. Loads of people around. There's quite a few bars around this area. But come around about 11 o'clock, it just went dead. And I heard nothing until about 8:30 this morning when the workmen started working. There is a lot of work. That looks like they're doing the pavements down just in front of the hotel. So that was the first noise I heard about 8:30 this morning. The room, it says, as I said, the bed, a really good night's sleep last night. The shower, I wish I could take that shower home. That is a fantastic shower. Plenty of hot water, real powerful shower. TV, a little bit hit and miss on the TV. It kept jumping channels, and in total I could only find about 8 channels on the whole television. Even in the guide, I couldn't find, it was jumping from BBC One to BBC Two. I couldn't find ITV, couldn't find Channel 4. It just kept jumping to different channels. Whether it's not tuned in, I don't really know. Internet, you don't have to mess around with the internet. You just log on, email, and that's it. Straight onto the internet. I do like this hotel. It is another one of them business stroke tourist hotels. It's not a holiday, obviously, hotel. I could see yesterday when I arrived there was a lot of business people working, and again I've just gone down now and there is another load of people out with laptops. So it's giving me that conference feel hotel. Staff wise, really nice staff. Again, in here every member of staff has been really nice. So I can't really fault this one. I would definitely stay here again. Location, well, you can see there out the window. That's Central Station here in Glasgow. Stone's throw away. So a really good location if you're coming for a city break. But what you need to know is how much I paid for the one night stay. Now, this was a Wednesday going into Thursday in the middle of July. And I paid for the one night stay. Now, this is room only based on 2 sharing again. That's the problem with these rooms. They're all based on 2 sharing. So it's the same price either way. For the one night stay, I paid £97. That's for 2 people sharing. Now, on top of that is your choice of whether you want to have a breakfast. Now, the breakfast per person, again, make sure that you book it per person. I'd leave it until you come to the hotel because you could be charged for 2 people if you book it as a double room. So what I've been doing is leaving the breakfast until you arrive at the hotel. And the charge for the breakfast was £14.50 each. Again, was it a bit on the steep side? I don't really know. By the time you count, going to a cafe and having some cereal and then having a boiled egg and a couple of boiled eggs, a fruit juice, coffee, ham and cheese toasty. Add it all up, it's probably going to come to more than £14.50. So there you go. So in total, it cost £111.50 for one night stay in this room for one person. Don't forget, if it's another person, you've got to add another £14.50 on. Well, that brings this little mini series from Glasgow Hotel Reviews to a close. This is my third one. If you haven't already seen the other two, they're coming up somewhere on the screen any minute now, on these end screens, so click on them and watch the other two. But I'm going to start getting myself together and heading over to that railway station to make my way back home to Liverpool. But don't forget to give this one a thumbs up, a like, a share, of course hit that notification bell. Now here we go again, just a quick reminder on subscribing. I have been receiving so many messages lately stating, we thought you'd closed down, we thought the channel had gone. I don't know what YouTube is doing. They're doing it again. Since they've changed all this algorithm, the way they're actually doing, promoting people, pushing people on the channels, I don't know what they're doing to the channel, but quite a few people have said that they're not receiving notifications again. Here we go again. I'm sure I had this same problem last year. Please check that your bell is set to all. A lot of people have said that it's been changed to personal. Now, I don't know how it gets changed to personal. The only people that could do that would be either yourself or YouTube. So I think YouTube is doing something in the background again. So just check the bell is set to all. And here we go again. If you haven't already subscribed, please do so. It doesn't half help the channel. It does help the channel to grow. It pushes the channel out to more people. Again, I've been receiving messages saying that they've been unsubscribed. Viewers have been unsubscribed and they don't know why. So they're having to subscribe again. Something is going on with YouTube. I don't know what they're doing, but please just check your account. Check that your bell is set to all. And if you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe. And if you've been unsubscribed, please subscribe again. I'll catch you in that next video. I'm off to get my train and I'll see you again. Thanks for watching. And bye for now.